There are hot streaks, and then there are these guys. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 winning streaks in sports.
In 1953, the critics all agreed that Geelong would romp to its third premiership in a row. The star-studded Cats were invincible.
For this list, we'll be looking at the longest and most impressive winning streaks in sports.
You know, one of the things that John Wooden used to always say about, what competitive greatness is, and that is having the ability to be your absolute best when your best is needed.
We're focusing on consecutive wins rather than unbeaten streaks. So the 1972-73 Philadelphia Flyers and the 2003 Invincible Arsenal squad, who had ties throughout their record-breaking runs, don't count.
And Arsenal lead Aston Villa by 3 goals to 1.
Number 10, the Oakland A's 20 straight wins.
Swung on, fly ball, deep right field, they've done it again!
While the 1935 Cubs hold the MLB record with 21 straight wins, the 2002 A's came within inches of that record with a 20-game win streak in a modern and far more competitive major league. It seemed like the naysaying experts were right about the A's early on, as they started the season with a lackluster 20-26 record. However, in August, something amazing happened. Led by pitcher Barry Zito and infielder Miguel Tejada, the A's broke the record for the longest winning streak by an American League team, despite having the third lowest payroll in the MLB.
Miguel Tejada has done it! Miguel Tejada has hit a 3-run walk-off homer to win the game! 18 in a row!
Unfortunately, their winning ways didn't carry into the playoffs, as the Minnesota Twins knocked them out in the opening round. But it was impressive nonetheless.
Billy, we just won 20 games in a row.
And what's the point?
We just got the record.
Number 9, Julio Cesar Chavez, 87 straight wins.
Presentando el gran campeón mexicano Julio Cesar Chavez.
This Mexican lightweight was a force to be reckoned with. Julio Cesar Chavez definitely got his career off to a hot start, winning 87 fights in a row. During that incredible 13-year run, Chavez won 6 world titles and recorded 71 knockouts. The win streak didn't end until he fought to a draw against Pernell Whitaker. Chavez's undefeated streak lasted 2 more fights until he finally lost to Frankie Randall in a close split decision, where he also suffered the first knockdown of his career.
Oh, there goes Chavez for the first time in his career! Unbelievable!
Considering boxers these days rarely compete in more than 50 fights in their entire career, it's unlikely any boxer will ever top Chavez's dominance.
That's it, they threw the towel in. It's over.
Number 8, Martina Navratilova, 74 straight wins.
Martina Navratilova has battled from 2 breaks down to square the match at 4-all.
When it comes to tennis in the mid-80s, Martina Navratilova was the queen of the courts. The Czech-born tennis star kicked off 1984 by winning the U.S. Indoor Championships and didn't slow down from there, winning 12 more tournaments and a total of 74 matches before finally falling to Helena Suková in the semifinal of the Australian Open.
Biggest upset in tennis in better than a year.
Amazingly, she had already broken the record for most consecutive wins for a female tennis player, as she'd had a 58-match winning streak a year before this outstanding streak.
Just can't get to it. Martina Navratilova.
During this same time, Navratilova was also in the midst of a 109-match win streak while playing doubles with Pam Shriver. So to say this was an impressive streak would be an understatement.
Martina Navratilova has won again.
Number 7, University of Oklahoma football, 47 straight wins.
Coming onto the field now, clad in white football uniforms, the University of Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Sooners have had a long history of winning. However, the pinnacle of their success was in the mid-1950s. Coached by Bud Wilkinson, the Sooners were absolutely dominant, winning 47 straight games.
For another Oklahoma touchdown.
After losing their opener in the 1953 season to Notre Dame, the Sooners would go undefeated the rest of the season.
Bud Wilkinson, one of America's greatest coaches, loses his first game as the scoreboard reads Notre Dame 28, Oklahoma 21.
They would then go undefeated for the next 3 seasons and won the national championship in 1955 and 56. Ultimately, Oklahoma would finally lose a game in 1957 to, who else? Notre Dame. Since Oklahoma's run, the closest any FBS team has come to their win streak was Toledo, who only won a measly 35 games.
The final score, Oklahoma 65, Kansas nothing.
Number 6, UCLA men's basketball, 88 straight wins. During the 1960s and 1970s, the UCLA Bruins, under legendary coach John Wooden, were absolutely dominant, as they won an astonishing 7 straight national championships from 1967 to 1973, and 10 out of 12 championships from 1964 to 1975. During the 1971 season, with future NBA star Bill Walton, UCLA began an unprecedented 88-game winning streak that spanned 4 seasons, meaning they went undefeated for back-to-back seasons in 1972 and 73.
UCLA ahead by 3 points. Walton's inside. 27-22.
Oddly enough, like the Oklahoma Sooners, the team who both started and ended UCLA's winning streak was Notre Dame, who beat the Bruins in a 71-70 thriller in 1974.
It's all over! Notre Dame has won the game!
Impressive? Absolutely. UCLA's record remains the longest win streak in men's college basketball.
Jonah Bolden for 3. Got it!
Number 5, UConn women's basketball, 90 straight wins.
This was the best team in all of sports, any sport, any gender, by far.
As impressive as the UCLA men's basketball team's win streak and record was, UConn women's team's 90-game run was unprecedented.
89 consecutive wins, more than anyone in college basketball Division I history.
It shouldn't be a surprise that the Huskies hold the record for the longest win streak, as they rule women's basketball, having won 6 of the past 8 championships. The streak began in the 2008-2009 season, as star forward Maya Moore led them to an undefeated season.
Moore, once again from beyond the men's line, Maya Moore, 7 for 9 from deep.
UConn would go undefeated again in 2010, and wouldn't lose again until 12 games into their next season, where they fell to Stanford. As of 2016, the Huskies were again on a 75-game win streak. Will they break their own record? Time will tell.
The national championship goes to Connecticut for the 4th year in a row.
Number 4, Bayern Munich, 19 straight wins.
Never before have a team won it so early. Never before have a team so richly deserved it.
While Inter Milan and Barcelona hold their own records, having won 17 and 16 straight games in their respective leagues, Bayern Munich's run was even more stunning, as they won 19 straight during the 2013-2014 Bundesliga season.
Oh, what a beauty! What an absolutely superb free kick!
With world-class players like Mario Götze, Thomas Müller, and Arjen Robben leading the squad, and with the help of star goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, Bayern Munich absolutely torched the Bundesliga by finishing with an astounding 29 wins, 3 draws, and only 2 losses.
Over the top. Oh, spectacular, Thiago! That one is one for history to look at.
Not only that, they were also the fastest team to clinch a Bundesliga title in just 27 matches.
And Bayern Munich are champions of the Bundesliga 2013-2014.
Despite a semi-final blowout loss in the Champions League against Real Madrid, it was a glorious season Bayern supporters won't soon forget.
The super slow-mo camera catches the beer beautifully, as does indeed the trophy.
Number 3, the Pittsburgh Penguins' 17 straight wins.
Pittsburgh Penguins have established a new NHL record for the most consecutive victories.
The story of the 1992-93 Pittsburgh Penguins, who hold the NHL record with 17 straight wins, is an emotional one. Their star player Mario Lemieux was making his return to the ice after missing 3 months following his diagnosis of Hodgkin's disease.
Just the word cancer scares you a lot. And, that was probably the worst day of my life.
Lemieux led the Penguins on a 17-game run to help them clinch their first, and to this day only, President's Trophy, with 119 points in the season.
I think this is, by far the best team we've had here in Pittsburgh.
Just as amazing as their run was the fact that Lemieux had the highest point total for the NHL that season at 120, despite having missed a quarter of the games that year.
Just the fact that I set my mind to come back that year really helped me get through the whole process of radiation and the cancer.
Although they fell to the New York Islanders in the playoffs, their legacy and their impressive record live on.
Islanders! And they'll be a new Stanley Cup champion in 1993!
Number 2, the New England Patriots' 21 straight wins.
Quick pump, touchdown!
When you have arguably both the greatest head coach and quarterback of all time in Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, you're naturally going to have a lot of success.
Brady calling signals, back to throw. Look, fires to the right, touchdown!
In the 2003 season, the Patriots looked destined for mediocrity, as they started off 2-2. They then went on a tear, winning every game for the rest of the season, culminating with a Super Bowl win over the Carolina Panthers. The Patriots' run would continue in 2004 with 6 wins in their first 6 games, bringing their total win streak to 21. The Patriots would go on to win the Super Bowl again that year, defeating the Philadelphia Eagles.
Intercepted, and that is it. The Patriots are going to be Super Bowl champions again.
However, the streak finally ended on Halloween 2004 at the hands of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers make history by ending a streak that started over a calendar year ago.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Current winning streak started in the fall of '92, and I've told those kids over and over again, and I think they finally understand that I really don't care that much about the streak. I care about how they perform at every contest.
The King of NASCAR claimed 198 victories with his family operation, but 2 of the most important victories in his career were recorded with Mike Curb as the owner.
If you look at it in present day, nobody can win more than 10 times a year. I mean, it's almost impossible.
Number 1, the 1971-72 Los Angeles Lakers, 33 straight wins.
Goodrich passes under to Wilt. He's got it. He puts it up and slams it.
Before the 1972 season, the Lakers were seemingly always the runners-up, having lost to the Boston Celtics 6 times in the NBA Finals during the 1960s.
After so many years of getting so close, of losing to Boston in 6 or 7 games, I mean, every year Boston seemed to beat us.
However, with the help of future Hall of Famers Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Gail Goodrich, LA went on an insane 33-game winning streak to reverse the franchise's fortunes.
1 month went by, 2 months went by. All of a sudden, it's 2.5 months we haven't lost a basketball game. And it got to be almost funny because we knew no one could beat us.
The Lakers regularly blew out their opponents, with an average margin of victory of 16 points during the streak.
Now people are saying, wow, can they ever lose?
The run helped propel the Lakers to a 69-13 record and an NBA championship. Since their historic run, only the Miami Heat in 2012 and the Golden State Warriors in 2015 have come close to the Lakers' record.
Curry flipping it up and in! Another foul! Another flip! And another free throw!
Do you agree with our list? Who do you think has the most impressive win streak? For more victorious top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
A true ambassador to the game, Lord Byron's magical year of 1945 is universally recognized as the greatest season ever.